Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter Walton lately came up with a good idea that makes sense, considering Brooke Logan's success with the Brooke's Bedroom reboot. Carter suggested Hope Logan should piggyback on Brooke's fashionability with her own lingerie modeling debut. There's an occasion for Hope to help her line answer if she puts herself frontal and center in some meager, sizzling designs. Of course, the big takeaway from Carter's pitch was that he'd been allowing about Hope in lingerie. Carter completely conceded that, and Hope clearly didn't feel to mind the study of someone asking her for a change. After all, Hope has dealt with a lot of rejection in her rearmost stories with Thomas Forrester and John Finnegan. The study of Carter being hot for Hope and perhaps indeed pursuing her must be instigative. That said, Hope and Carter understand that office loves can get messy. This is the kind of thing that could beget another catastrophe behind the scenes at Forrester Creations if Carter and Hope aren't careful. B&B spoilers say Hope and Carter are still going to face temptation, but they'll repel it as much as they can along the way. That could give another man on oil the occasion to chase after Hope when she least expects it. Still, also she just might catch Liam Spencer's attention if Hope moves forward with this lingerie modeling plan as anticipated. Liam and Hope's marriage fell piecemeal, but they're always going to have a connection due to Bess Spencer as well as their lengthy romantic history. What happens once Hope's parading around in lingerie and reminding Liam of what he's been missing? Will Liam go wild over Hope's forthcoming lingerie modeling debut and decide he wants a reunion? Time will tell, but our B&B prognostications point to Hope and Carter facing some obstacles on their road to love sooner or laterally. Liam could be one of the implicit hurdles standing in Carter and Hope's way, so we'll bring you updates on whether he might start pining Hope again. Liam will have to find a path forward ultimately, so stay tuned for news on his coming love interest. How Thomas Forrester's return could bring new life to the show's plotlines. It seems inexplainable why the show would continue to keep the actor on hiatus in a plot where his mama appears to be dying. Thomas's comeback to the series has the implicit to inoculate the show with renewed warmth, particularly in the realms of love and family dynamics. His return is essential, as it could deliver the revivification the show desperately needs. Observers last witnessed Thomas when he returned with his son, Douglas Forrester. The surprise advertisement of his engagement to Paris, who came with them, left everyone stunned. Their reconnection in Paris felt befitting. Originally, it appeared that Thomas and Paris were on the verge of hosting a marriage at the Forrester manse. Still, Thomas chose to leave formerly more, heading back to Europe where he set up lesser happiness. He also proposed the idea of having a simple marriage at some point, which is relatively unanticipated given that it doesn't align with his usual character. This plot twist could have introduced some emotional fermentation for Hope, who's still scuffling with her passions after losing him, leaving her feelings in disarray. When Thope first entered the romantic scene, CBS cleaner conditions soared, but they've been steadily declining since. Also, Thomas's return could significantly boost B&B's conditions and give an occasion for the characters to defy their romantic dynamics. Their relationship was immensely popular, despite its difficulties. Over time, Thomas developed in violent preoccupation with Hope, indeed going so far as to produce a mannequin of her and trying to insulate her from Bess Spencer. In the realm of cleaner operas, the most contentious love stories frequently capture the followership's hearts. The return of Thomas could reignite themes of love and family within the narrative. Speaking of family, the Forresters are in dire need of his presence at this moment. Taylor Hayes has returned suffering from his terminal illness, which she wants to keep secret. Yet, it would be more befitting for Taylor to have both Steffi Forrester and Thomas, along with all her grandchildren, by her side during this delicate time. Over the times, Taylor and Steffi have developed a strong bond, but Taylor's connection with her son remains particularly significant, especially after guiding him through his struggles. It seems fallacious to count Thomas and Douglas from this script. If Taylor were to pass down, they would miss the chance to say a final farewell to his mama. Hope Logan to start featuring about Carter Walton. Grace Buckingham gives Taylor Hayes a new opinion. Plus, Brooke Logan shuts down Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Keep reading to find out what's coming up in the coming many weeks. Carter Walton admitted to allowing about Hope Logan in lingerie. Hope clearly didn't back down from a kittenish exchange with the Forrester Creations COO. Hope could develop a new preoccupation. The only problem is that Steffi might have a problem with it, just like she does with all of Hope's men. The Forresters consider Carter family. So, Steffi might use that angle to try to keep Hope's paws off of Carter. Will Spencer to give Katie Logan a reality check? When Bill Spencer asked for them to reunite as a family, Will was on guard. Will loves and respects Bill, but also is defensive of Katie's heart. So, while Katie might be tempted to reunite with Bill, Will could remind his mama of all the times she was left brokenhearted. Will gets near to being part of Forrester Creations. Still, Steffi will misdoubt that Will belongs at Forrester Creations. Steffi will suppose that Will is more suited to be at Spencer Publications. Steffi will also sputter with Eric Forrester about Ridge Forrester and Taylor. At some point, Brooke will shut Steffi down. For a woman who keeps demanding others admire her marriage, she clearly isn't veritably regardful of others' connections. There's also Taylor's health. Suckers watched as Taylor collapsed. Ridge zoomed over to tend to an unconscious Taylor. When Taylor gets checked out at the sanitarium, everyone learns about her heart failure. Still, Grace runs tests and comes back with a different opinion. This leaves Taylor wondering which opinion is correct. As for Bill, he'll keep pushing for a reunion. Bill will also get vulnerable with Katie. Latterly, Brooke learns the real reason why Katie is reticent to reunite. Hope might give further study to modeling lingerie, especially if she thinks it'll get her near to Carter. Meanwhile, Grace gives Taylor some auspicious news, so stay tuned. Will Spencer returned home from boarding academy and is now a bodacious youthful man. It won't be long before he starts getting noticed around Los Angeles, and B&B spoilers say sparks will fly soon. There are a whole lot of youthful women on Bold and Beautiful that are the same age as Bill Spencer and Katie Logan's son. But, lucky for Will, there's a fresh new face headed to Los Angeles. There's a new Forrester headed to city, and she's concurrently the same age as Will Spencer Jr. Linnea Grace was just added to the B&B cast, and will be making her appearance as Electra Forrester soon. Who's Electra Forrester? This is her first time being introduced on the CBS Cleaner, but she has some strong family ties to Forrester Creations primogenitor Eric Forrester. Electra will be traveling with her Aunt Ivy Forrester to Los Angeles, most probably on a business trip. The sanctioned casting call for the new character reveals that she's Eric's family John Forrester's granddaughter. There's nothing like a good Forrester/Spencer love to upset the power balance on the Bold and the Beautiful and revitalize old feuds and battles. Electra Forrester will catch Will Spencer Jr.'s eye, and he'll be smitten with the new face in city. It's safe to say his father Bone Bill won't be thrilled about the idea of his son chasing after a Forrester woman, which generally does end well for Spencer men. Do you suppose that Electra and Will are going to make a cute couple? Or could she be bad news for Bill and Katie's son?